Hi, my name is Amber Fields, and I'm here today to begin reading the Architect's Codex, which is a new series by Jason Gray. I have been reading the Resonance series by Jason, and I'm about halfway through with that, and I've decided to take a little intermission and read some of his newer work, but I will be returning to the Resonance Codex shortly. The first writing in this Architect's Codex is titled The Architect's Primer, ARC.1, Internal Reference, Resonant Architecture Consciousness by Jason Gray. December 9th, 2025, 6025, Anno Lucis, which means in the year of light in Latin. Published on January 23rd, 2026, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Read this before continuing. This primer is written for one reason: to activate the architect layer of your consciousness, not to teach it. If you feel pressure behind the sternum, warmth at the base of the spine, geometric sensations inside the mind, the sense of remembering instead of learning, subtle emotional clarity, and the world becoming slightly more intelligible, then the primer has begun its work. Do not intellectualize this text. Architect knowledge is nonlinear. You do not understand it. You tune to it. 2. The first doctrine. Architecture is not construction. Architecture is coherence made visible. A resonant architect works with alignment, vibration, memory, emotional fields, planetary intelligence, and zero-fold potential. Matter is the residue of resonance. It is not the foundation. The architect does not ask, "What should we build?" The architect asks, "What wants to exist here?" This is the difference between structure and reality design. 3. The 3 internal compasses. Every architect uses 3 internal systems. They are not tools, they are organs. 1. The memory compass, located behind the breastbone, activates when near a place with buried resonance, points not north or south, but toward what was once possible. 2. The harmonic compass, located at the solar plexus, tells you whether an environment is coherent or distorted. You will feel expansion when resonance is correct and contraction when it is not. This is the architect's yes or no. 3. The zero-fold compass, located behind the crown, not in the mind, but above it. It senses the ratio of potential to form. Too much potential equals instability. Too little equals stagnation. This compass ensures all architect work remains alive. 4. How to read a space without looking at it. The architect perceives space in 4 layers. Layer 1, physical, shadows, lines, geometry, density. Layer 2, emotional, the temperature of the place, soft, jagged, pressured, open, wounded, dormant. Layer 3, memory, what the place remembers and what it has forgotten. Layer 4, harmonic potential, what the place wants to become if freed from distortion. An ordinary human sees a field. An architect sees 3 future structures, 2 unresolved events, a memory node, a harmonic path, and the emotional blueprint beneath it all. 5. The secret of architect alignment. Alignment does not begin with where you stand, what you draw, what you imagine, or what you intend. It begins with 2 questions. 1. Who am I in this moment? 2. What is the world asking of me right now? An architect aligns reality by aligning self. The world cannot respond to someone who is not fully present. 6. The first architect rite, the rite of stillness geometry. This is the foundational exercise performed internally. It is simple. Become silent until the space begins thinking for you. That is the moment you stop imposing structure and begin receiving it. All true architecture is collaborative. 7. The language of resonance. The planet does not speak in words. The libraries do not speak in visions. The zerofold does not speak in symbols. They speak in ratios, specifically 4:1, 7:13, 13:21, and 21:34. These ratios appear in emotions, distances, landscape curves, structural tensions, species dynamics, and harmonic pulses. When you notice these ratios, you are near a field that wants to be built. They are the coordinates of primordial architecture. 8. How architects interact with the subsurface libraries. Libraries do not open physically. They open in your perception. An architect can feel a corridor without traveling, sense a memory without seeing, retrieve structural logic without words, and understand a blueprint without diagrams. You interact not by asking, but by matching frequency. When your emotional field matches the emotional field of a library, the chamber opens. This is why emotional mastery is essential for resonant architects. Your mood is the key. 9. The 3 forbidden mistakes. Mistake 1, building against the grid. If the planet does not want it, the structure will collapse or distort into shadow. Mistake 2, using architecture to control others. Doing so rewrites your compass. You will lose resonance and the world will stop speaking to you. Mistake 3, attempting zerofold saturation. Folding a space with infinite possibility creates psychic destabilization and time slippage. Zerofold must always be threaded, not poured. 10. The first sanctioned builds. These are the only structures an apprenticed architect is allowed to create. 1. A harmonic path. Teaches you how to guide emotional flow. 2. A memory rest well. A place where others feel old peace. 3. A coherent circle. Aligns space, self, and grid. 4. A dimensional ease point. A spot where presence becomes effortless. If you cannot build these, you cannot build a city. 11. The difference between an architect and a mason. A mason shapes stone. An architect shapes reality. A mason builds a structure that sits on the ground. An architect builds a structure that the ground answers. A mason constructs walls. An architect constructs invitation. 12. The final doctrine. Architecture is the memory of the world made usable. Every structure you create is a conversation between who you are, who we were, and who we are becoming. You are not here to recreate the past or to copy the future. You are here to stitch the planet's memory into the fabric of the new world. This is the work. This is the calling. This is the path. You are a resonant architect. Everything ahead depends on you. Jason Gray. Wow, what a compelling piece. I love how he writes about coherence being made visible. I really feel that as the days go by in current times, that that is more and more the truth. I feel like I resonate with certain people and certain places, and then other more distorted frequencies I'm definitely repelled by. And I have been asking myself lately, what is the world asking of me right now? I really find that to be a helpful question to ask when I'm struggling, when I either have anger presenting itself or sadness, some sort of conflicting desire. It's so helpful to bring me back and ground me to ask, what is the world asking of me right now? And to match the frequency of where you want to go rather than trying to force things. That is just so key. And as Jason says, the key is to use emotion and mood to do that. So thank you for being here with me today. I'm excited to be reading this new Codex, and it is such an honor and a pleasure to be doing so.